I'm David DeLormer.
Okay, David, what's your major?
I'm a BIT major.
And what year are you in school?
Junior.
Okay. Well, David, thanks for chatting with me, catching up. In preparation for helping the future Jeff to be more successful, I'm doing the series of his interviews, right, to get some perspective to help that person or other people understand what it's like being here. And so specifically, one of the things that's, I think, unique about this experience compared to life in Blacksburg for you guys as students is how alcohol and alcohol use affects us as we travel, and the influences and the things that can lead to or potentially lead to as we travel. So as someone who's been here and been traveling and been around, what would you recommend to students who would be here in the future as it applies to alcohol consumption internationally?
The first thing I would say is be aware of the fact that you're American and everybody else knows that, because it's not always like they think less of you or something, but there's definitely an opinion out there that we're louder, we're more obnoxious, we take drinking it's, and then the fact that lower drinking age, drinking is a bigger deal for us because we can't do it at home. So just be aware of your surroundings and know that you're not just at home where you can pick up your cell phone and call someone. If you get into a situation, you got to know where you are and just be respectful of the people around you, especially as you're visiting their home. And
would you say that people here, like American students, struggle with the transition of being allowed to drink initially more so than a European would?
Yeah, well, that's what I thought at first, but because of what I was just saying about how you are in a new place, I think it's not as big of a problem as I thought it would be, because people are more focused on not getting lost or knowing how to get home, so they don't drink as much as they would if they were, say, back in Blacksburg, where they can just call DD or walk home. So I think that's definitely helpful that people are a little bit more on edge.
So in that regards, and then some other areas, what would be some tips for people to be safer if they're going out?
Know where your hostel is. Some of the girls in our group started doing this, and now pretty much everybody's get either a business card or just write down the address or something. So if you need and have money for a taxi just in case you get separated from the group and you don't know. The worst case scenario, just find a taxi and hand them the address, because there's also the language barrier. You're not always going to be able to communicate where you want to go. So the best thing to do is just have it written down. People have been taking pictures of it with their phone or something like that. Try to stick together. I mean, you're not always going to be able to keep up with your group or whatever, but at least have someone that's going to be with you. That's pretty much it, I guess. Just know where you're trying to go and be with people that you trust.
And a lot of people set up meeting times too, right?
Yeah. Setting up a meeting time. You're not always going to use it, but say someone gets split off, you know that they're going to be there at this time. So that goes for during the day also.
Okay, thinking about living here in Reedwood, it's a little different than when you're actually traveling. People will go out to the mini bar, Bar Ticino, whatever place it may be. So what would you characterize as the biggest concern for people as they're here in the town?
Definitely.
How can they be more successful?
Especially compared to the other towns that you're going to visit, cities you're going to visit. This is a small town. The way I look at it is that everything you do is going to be reflected on Daniela and Virginia Tech and stuff, because she knows everybody in town probably, and if not, like I said, we're Americans. They're gonna know as soon as you walk out. Those are the guys that live down the street, and there's a curfew, I think 9 o'clock for quiet hours or something like that. So just you're always louder than you think you are. So
that's good. That's a good recommendation.
Yeah, just be aware of how loud you are, and just when you're inside, you can do whatever you want, but when you're walking to and from, don't be loud.
So just be cognizant of your surroundings.
Yeah.
Even a general rule for when you're traveling or anywhere.
Yeah, and also respect the owners or whoever you are. They tell you need to come inside. If they tell you they want to close up, just do it. Because they're going to be nice to you. Everybody's really nice to you. So.
The last question for you, David. So thinking about traveling and being out and about, how can students take advantage of the social offerings, because you want to experience the nightlife and see what that's like abroad, while also making sure and ensuring that it doesn't interfere with experiencing the history, the local culture of the places you're visiting. How can you make the most of both of those at the same time?
Well, my recommendation is just sleep on the trains.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, that's what we do. I mean, you're gonna get some sleep at night, but
Mm-hmm.
I would rather get to experience nightlife and go out, still have time during the day. Like sleep. G-Rod says, sleep when you're dead. Like,
That's right.
yeah. So, and I totally agree with that because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And yeah, like it's good to catch up on sleep and stuff, but not when you're in a place you're never gonna go again. I think.
And you and some other folks set a rule for yourself a little bit, right? You get up each morning by.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the place. Like, we want to, if there's like a walking tour or something, but no later than 9 a.m. I mean, obviously we'll sleep in sometimes, but on the weekends when you're only there for 2 days, you just gotta do it. And the long train rides, you can catch up on sleep or nap time.